Hey y'all, Carol Norby here. You're at my Stampin' Carol Lots of Crafty Goodness page, or you're on my YouTube channel. I finally got my mojo back this week. Last week it was just like I could not, I could not think. I think I was just too tired. So I was playing around Pinterest one day and I came across this really cool card called a floating gatefold card. And I looked and looked and I go, oh, that is so cool. So I made one. And I thought, oh, this is cool. I'm going to show you all how to do this. So I'm going to flip the phone over and we'll get started. Hang on. Okay. So get set up here. I want to sneeze. I've had so many allergies. I think I'm going to sneeze. Just a sec. Okay, I hope I'm done. This is the beginning of my card. Now I have to admit, as I played, I went crazy with this. I had so much fun. As you can see, I stenciled. Can you see the clouds? I stenciled clouds. I added grass. And but you know what makes this float? When you open it? Isn't that cool? They pop up. So I'm going to show you how to make this. But sadly, the one I made to start showing you, I got really, really crazy on it and made it quite fancy. But if you go onto Pinterest and do a search for floating gatefold, you will find all kinds of fun ideas. I seen some where these were smaller. They were circles instead of squares. Ah, now my nose wants to run. I've had such severe allergies. Oh my gosh. Last week, I couldn't even wear contacts. So I'm going to get started. I'll show you what to do. So my basic one starts out real simple. So this is 5.5 this way by 8.5. You're going to score it 2 1/8. And I really liked what one of the gals said when she does this, because if I come in the other side and score 2 1/8, I never get straight. She said just score one side and then bring this up snug to it and score. And I'm going, that is wonderful, because then they meet in the middle. Otherwise, I've always got a gap. So you're going to start there. But now comes the fun part. I'm going to set that aside. You need 2 strips of cardstock that are 1 inch by 5 1/4. Now this is where I had fun, because you know we have 5 1/2 stuck in our brains. So this is 5 1/4, and we're going to score. So I'm going to set that aside, and I scored this one. So I score from the right to the left. So you're going to score 1 inch. No, I got to go this way. You're going to score 1 inch, 2 inches, and 4 1/4. And you know you fold away from your score. So when you get that done, you need to mark the end next to the long one. And there's a reason for this, because this is what's going to adhere in your card. And then you're going to need your squares. These are 2.5 inch squares. They are made to fit directly on that piece right there, on this long one, because you want to hide that. But what I did before I even put these in the card, I started decorating. So it was much easier to close this and then do my stenciling, do my gates. That was much easier than trying to do it over the top of all of this. So I'm going to decorate a little bit here. And I'm going to make this one. I've got to find my Velcro. But this is going to be a Christmas gnome card. So I found these pieces. I did these pieces. This paper, the cute gnome gingerbread paper, comes from Gnome for Christmas paper pack. It's by Polka Doodles. I cannot remember where I got it, but it is cute because I like the little tiny prints. So I'm going to put this on, and we'll get this. So I'm going to run out of tape. I did not pay attention. There it went. Did not pay attention to that. This is just one of those days. Okay, so I will get another roll of tape and put it in there because that is completely done. So I need to get this on here. I was thinking of that yesterday as I was prepping, that I needed to replace that, and I did not. So I will give you a quick lesson. If you have an ATG gun, I will give you a quick lesson on how to refill these. Okay, so can you see what I'm doing? Take that off and you're going to remove all of that. Okay, that's done. Now, I have a tendency to, I need to stick stuff in here because for some reason it'll let go sometimes. This is a very old gun. I've had this ATG gun for about 2006, 2005, somewhere right in there. You cannot get this red one very easily anymore. Okay, so here is my tape. And I get my tape from the Tape Jungle. I've been buying from him for a long, long time. And I really like him. So it's fast service. You just have to make sure you get, like I need the one with the 12 holes. I once made an order with 6 holes and I had a real hard time getting it in because you got 2 little notches on each end and it's got to fit in there. So I'm going to just stick this in here. I am so sorry I didn't do this ahead of time. So see, you go over and under. Gotta work my gun. Stick it over here. Keep going. That should, yep, it's sticky there now. So I will stick this back in here. That goes the closest. This is just a little piece of folded paper to keep that button in there. This works for me. Now, if you have the pink gun, I don't know if it's the same or not. I know quite a few people have the pink. Okay, locked. Okay, there we go. All done. Doesn't take too long. Okay, so now I got to put this on the other side. Now I do have some Velcro strips that I will use to close this card with. I know my gnome card does not close, will not stay closed. Okay, well that wasn't too long. Line this up. And then I decided to use a stamp set that I haven't used for a long time by Fun Stamper's Journey. It's now by Spellbinders. It's called Holiday Cookies. It's really cute. I've only used it a couple of times and I thought, this is cute. I really like what it's going to do here. So I used also, let's see, where is it? They're fancy edged rectangle dies. And I die cut the deep red and the white and stamped it. And it's going to go right here. So I will do that later. So I did my 2. Oh, I've got to do my inside. See, I'm just not too with it here. We've had so much going on already this morning. We have a doctor appointment at noon today. So I decided I'm going to decorate the inside. I did not on here. No, nothing inside except the wishes. So I'm going to decorate the inside. I think this is just too cute. Like I said, as I started making this, my mind started going and I just started having too much fun. But I needed to play a little more. So, hi Angie, are you guys having a good time? So I'll stick this in here. Now when you make yours, if and when you make yours, make it a little simpler. I see I got that off just a little bit. Oh well. You don't have to do all this. I just couldn't help myself. I just could not help myself. And then I'm going to cover these here. So now my nose wants to run. I did take my allergy pill this morning. I am taking a generic Allegra D 12-hour. I'm afraid the 24-hour one will knock me out. Oh, there's nothing I can do about my focus. Huh. That is goofy. Okay, my nose still wants to run. Maybe if I don't get too busy in the middle of the card, it will not be quite so bad. Okay, and I'm going to put this one over here. Okay, I got to blow my nose one more time. Hang on. Okay, so now we're going to make the floaters. Okay. So now you've seen where, gotta find my pen. I had marked an X here on both those ends. This is because this is what's going to attach to your flaps. And I made my squares that I'm going to put on there. So when you attach these, for example, I'm going to set this one here. You got to make sure that where it goes, this has got to be able to stay underneath the top, right like that. So this is a good location, so I'm going to just hold that there real snug. And I'm going to cheat. I'm going to come in here and mark this so that I can get this in that same spot. I'm going to use glue. You need something that'll hold. So, and you want to make sure you get it straight. So I'm going to put it right in there and up against this fold with just a fraction to save. Okay. I'm waiting for my glue to set. Okay. That's pretty straight across. Okay, and this is going to be the same thing down here. The X is going to go down here. Again, you need to make sure that where you want it, right about there, will be right. So about the same distance. That's what, about a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to mark this. Okay, set that aside. So we'll get there. Oh, you're coming home tonight. Okay. You're home earlier than I expected you to be. So I'm going to stick this right here. Eyeball it, make sure it's straight. Make sure it's out of the way there. Okay. Give it a sec to hold. Now I actually use the grid on my mat to really help me do this. Okay, so there's that part. Now we're going to do the other part. So you see this end? This is going to glue underneath. So I will get the glue started. This is a whole lot easier than you realize. The gal that I watched on her video, she was showing all these tips. I go, oh, that is cool. So I'm trying to remember them. So I'm going to stick that down right there. Okay, very good. You can see that? Same with this one. I'm going to set this up here. Fold that under. And tape that there. Okay, hold that for a sec. Now you're going to attach these. Make sure that, so, okay, that works. Make sure it's all going to work right there. Good, and it folds flat. So then I did these. This is a cookie tray, and I did it all with brushed silver, and it's going to go here, and it's just a little bit big. I see I didn't follow my own directions all that good. This one's going to go here. So isn't that cool? So I will start taping these on. This might even be more than, This is 2.5, and these are probably 2.25. Oh well. As I said, I have seen so many different ones that I just thought, oh my gosh. Now, one thing I did learn on my gnome one, you got to be careful how close you get it, because it didn't want to let me close. So I'm just going to leave a fraction of visibility of that right there, so I can make sure, yep, that closes. Okay. You want to hide that as much as possible. And then same here. I try, Angie. I try real hard to make it look easy. That one's, something happened with that one. I don't know. It did not. Does not want to do what it's supposed to do. That's why you have to play with it just a little. Okay. There we go. Much better. Get that down. Get the glue on there. Get that on there. Put the lid on my glue so I don't dry it out too fast. Very good. So there it closes. Isn't that cool? Now you can come back and stamp inside Merry Christmas. I will probably do that. And I had to use my stamp platform to do it, because I actually laid this open and then stamped. But that is it. And then this, with those underneath, this does not quite close real tight. But I will pop this here, and then I will add a Velcro. So that is a folding gatefold, or a floating gatefold card. Isn't that cool? I just really like this. And it's not hard. You just have to watch your folds. So I'm going to flip this over. So that is it for today. I will, this card here, I will have on my blog tomorrow, my website, stampandcarol.com, with links to where you can buy what I've used. This one will probably be next Tuesday, because Friday and Monday I'm sharing cards I made for Spellbinders as their one of their influencers. So if you like scarecrows, you're going to like what I did. So anyway, I use scarecrows. So I hope you have a great day. Angie, I'll see you guys tonight. We are headed into town here pretty soon, because like I said, we have to go to a doctor for a consultation to set up Dean's throat scan. A few years ago, he had some throat issues from acid reflux. And so every 2 years, he has to have his throat scanned with an endoscopy. So we're just basically going into town to set up the appointment. So anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. I'll have this video on YouTube in about an hour, and we'll go from there. So y'all have a wonderful day. God bless you, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.